Gordon Ramsay has just revealed that he was diagnosed with skin cancer, and the news has sent shockwaves across the culinary and celebrity world. On August 30, 2025, the world's most famous TV chef posted photos to Instagram showing a fresh bandage and then visible stitches under his ear, explaining that doctors had removed a basal cell carcinoma, the most common type of skin cancer. Ramsay, now 58, wrote with his usual blunt wit, "Please don't forget your sunscreen this weekend. I promise you it's not a facelift. I'd need a refund." That one darkly funny line immediately became the headline quote everywhere, but beneath the humor was a deeply serious message about health, sun safety, and early detection. He thanked his medical team, specifically the Skin Associates, for their fast and reactive work in diagnosing and removing the cancer. And while basal cell carcinoma is not usually life-threatening if treated early, it can cause significant damage if ignored, which is why Ramsay's decision to share his scar publicly was such a powerful move. Instead of hiding the stitches, he turned them into a warning, using his platform to remind millions to protect themselves from the sun and get regular skin checks. The post quickly drew thousands of comments. Among them was a heartfelt note from his daughter Holly, who simply wrote, "Love you, Dad." Fans, fellow chefs, and even health organizations flooded the comments with support, prayers, and stories of their own checkups. Many praised Ramsay for his openness, with some saying his post was the push they needed to finally book a dermatologist appointment. Cancer Research UK and other organizations even highlighted his message, calling it a teachable moment that could save lives. Media outlets across the globe, from The Guardian and Sky News in the UK, to People and the Los Angeles Times in the US, reported on the diagnosis within hours, emphasizing that basal cell carcinoma is linked to long-term sun exposure and usually develops on the head and neck, exactly where Ramsay's scar now sits. Doctors repeatedly underscored the same point Ramsay made: sunscreen and early detection can make all the difference. This isn't Ramsay's first brush with a health scare. Just last year, in June 2024, he suffered a major cycling accident in Connecticut that left him with serious bruises, and he used that frightening moment to hammer home the importance of wearing a helmet. Now, barely a year later, he's facing another health challenge, and once again turning it into a public safety announcement, this time about skin protection. It's becoming a pattern with Ramsay. Even in moments of personal vulnerability, he flips the narrative into one of resilience and education. Of course, this all comes as Ramsay remains at the very height of his career. With dozens of restaurants worldwide, Michelin stars, and a lineup of hit shows like Hell's Kitchen and Kitchen Nightmares, he is one of the most recognizable faces in entertainment. That makes his openness all the more impactful. Millions look up to him, millions will see his scar, and millions will remember his warning. For male audiences in particular, who statistically avoid checkups more often, Ramsay's candid post may be the nudge they need to take their skin health seriously. The story has also sparked a bigger cultural conversation. Celebrity health disclosures have become more common in recent years, but few are this raw, this visual, and this direct. Ramsay didn't sugarcoat it. He didn't release a polished statement through a publicist. Instead, he showed the wound, cracked a joke, and told people to wear sunscreen. That authenticity is exactly why it's making headlines, and why the public is paying attention. As for what comes next, all signs point to recovery. Basal cell carcinoma, when removed early as Ramsay's was, is highly treatable. Reports confirm that the procedure was successful, and he's already recuperating. There's no indication this will slow down his career, but there's little doubt the scar and the story behind it will follow him, perhaps even turning into another recurring talking point in his fiery but often surprisingly vulnerable public persona. And the final human detail that makes this story resonate: a father sharing a health scare, a daughter quietly sending love, and millions of fans who saw a celebrity they admire, stitched up and scarred, reminding them of something as simple and as life-saving as sunscreen. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.